Hi everyone, this is a short video going over the syllabus for this class. So, welcome again to Intro to Microbiology. My name is Jamie Nixon, and this is the syllabus for my section of this course. First off, my office hours will be Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday it'll be 1:45 to 2:45. Friday, 3:30 to 4:30, and I didn't have the room number when I created this syllabus, but it's going to be in the Canyon County Center, room 124, cubicle A1, and that is listed on the instructor information in Blackboard, so if you're ever confused, you can go there, as well as I have a phone number there. That is my phone number for my NNU office, where I'm at most of the week. So if you wanted to give me a call, you could call that number, probably leave a message, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So, as this first part here states, this syllabus is a contract for this course between you and I. After you read through this, if something doesn't jive with you, for instance, I've had this occur, some students do not like discussion forums, and you think you cannot deal with a few discussion forums. If you do not complete them based on this contract, you will get a 0 for those points. If you don't like that, then unfortunately you would need to drop this course. Now, if you have accommodations or reasons why you would not be able to complete a discussion forum, that paperwork needs to be submitted to the proper location for the accommodations individuals to look at and verify. That needs to be done now. It can't be done in November, because if you didn't give those, present those, that need for an accommodation until November, all of those discussion points between now and November, you would still earn 0s for that. The accommodation needs to be in effect right now for the accommodations to be put in place. Alright, so just briefly, you can read through this, and you need to read through this before you take the syllabus quiz. But course description, this is about microbiology. It's Introduction to Microbiology. We're going to talk about a little bit of the chemistry of macromolecules. You'll be required to do some of the chemistry work on your own, but subcellular organization, function, basic information about life cycles for bacteria primarily, cell division, genetics, and we'll talk about controlling microbial growth in the environment inside of you, basic epidemiology, immunology, and then towards the end we'll talk about contemporary topics as well as some of the diseases. Alright, so hopefully this class is going to be of interest to you. Microbiology is everywhere. We would not be alive if it weren't for the microbes in and on us, so they're very important. Microbes are keeping us alive by being in the soil and processing nitrogen so it's in a usable form for us as well as for plants. So they're very important. So I hope you are excited to take this class and to learn more about these organisms that are so important for us as humans. Alright, there's a lab component, which this course is completely separate from the lab credit itself. And I'm just getting to some of the good stuff. The attendance policy. So, attendance is important. This is an online course. How do I look for attendance? Well, part of it's going to be this first week is whether or not you have completed the starting strong activities for this week, and it's actually going to be by Thursday. Those two activities are a syllabus quiz. So as you are looking at this, I'm expecting that you will have read the entire syllabus. You need to complete that syllabus quiz with a score of 70% or higher, as well as you need to complete the introduction discussion forum. Tell us a little bit about yourself. There are 3 points that you need to talk about to get full credit. All right, so failure to complete those by Friday, or Thursday actually, without communicating with me will result in the student being dropped from the course. All right, that's because I don't know if you're actually here. I don't know if you're serious about taking this course. This course is not a self-paced course. There are deadlines every week that you need to complete, or else you will earn zeros for the course. And those zeros actually accumulate, or they don't accumulate. They hit your grade awfully hard. So you want to avoid the zeros. All right, now, in addition, if you fail to log into the course for 3 weeks straight, I can see on my side if you have logged into the course. All right, if you do not log in for 3 weeks straight, you will be dropped from the course due to lack of attendance. If you continue to log into the course randomly, which I've had students do that, but do not complete anything, all right, I will still drop you from the course, and I will use the last time of completing an assignment of at least 70% to be used as the date of your last attendance. So if you are completing assignments, you're logging in and you're completing assignments, but you're only getting 50% on everything, there's a problem there. And if there's a problem, you need to communicate with me, but it could just be you really don't care. And if you really don't care, I don't want you to be wasting your time and my time. You need to drop the course and come back to it at a later date when you are able to put 100% of your effort into the course. All right, the textbooks and the required materials, the ebook, the textbook, as well as the Learn Smart, where you're going to do some of your quizzes and assignments, that is available through your course fees. And that's the book there, the Microbiology Fundamentals, a Clinical Approach by Cowan and Bunn. And then there's also Writing in the Biological Sciences. This is a book that you will need to purchase. You could potentially, share it between a couple of students. We won't use it a lot, but we will use it. All right, and then as far as the required materials, what you will get, not this week, because this week is a little different, but you will have PowerPoint notes and chapter objectives. And it's actually my expectation that you print the PowerPoint notes and have them by your side as you listen to the videos that I post talking about the PowerPoint notes, basically those online lectures, because those are going to be very helpful for you. That's where you find the information that you need. And then there's also chapter objectives. You have a complete list of those already under the weekly modules. That's your study guide. I'm going to get students emailing me, how do I study for the test? Where is there a study guide? Yes, it's already there for the entire semester. All right, instructor availability, email me, or emailing is going to be the best way to get a hold of me. All right, I've got my office hours, and unfortunately this is completely wrong here. This should be Friday, and then it's going to be Canyon Room 124. All right, I have office hours there, but also I've got that phone number that you can leave me a message at my NNU office. All right, you need to email me through your CWI email account. It's very important. Course expectations. You're going to do everything on time. Due dates are Wednesdays and Fridays. Really, I've put everything to Saturday, except for, everything is on Saturday. The quizzes, you will have weekly quizzes, and then the following week you may have an exam. So if we cover chapters 1, 3, and 4 in weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, then you may have exam 1 in week 5. All right, that means you're going to have actually 3 quizzes to review for exam 1. Exam 1 would open on Monday of week 5. Those quizzes will be available for you to review after the deadline, so you can still review all of your quizzes before the exam. I do not accept assignments by email. Grading of assignments and exams will have a 2-week turnaround time. Hopefully that will be a lot shorter, but I put 2 weeks in there just to give me some leeway. Please check your email on a regular basis. This is important. You may submit an assignment that I cannot open, and so I will email you to tell you that you need to submit it differently. All right, so I would expect an email response within 48 hours, or you will be given a 0 for that assignment. You will need to spend at least 8 hours per week preparing and studying for this course. All right, there's a lot of information here, and that's going to be on average, so you may be able to do it with just 4 hours a week. Some of you may need extra time. And then at the end here, please complete the course evaluation, which won't be available for quite some time. But then there's also the student learning outcomes quiz. This will be available during the last 2 weeks of the lecture. It's very important not to assess me as a faculty necessarily, but to assess this course as a whole. All of the students taking Intro to Microbiology will be taking this. All right, so methods of delivery, it's online. It's through Blackboard and McGraw-Hill Connect. And the rest of the material, well, I've got some schedules here. You've got a schedule that is very much like this. Shows you where we're at. However, on the schedule only, you'll have all the additional assignments in this note section here. The gradient policy, the starting strong module, those 2 activities that you will be required to complete this week. That's 20 points. Your Learn Smart activities will be 120 points. Sarago, we'll talk about that real shortly. 60 points. Additional assignments, miscellaneous stuff that I want to add. Case studies, quizzes, exams. Unit exams are going to be 50 points each. You've got 4 of them, but the lowest score will be dropped. And then your cumulative final exam, which will cover everything we've covered in the course. All right, so real fast, we'll look at the Sarago activity. This is an online flashcard system that you need to log into. Actually, I will have to add you to that, but then you will be getting emails about that, and you're going to log into it and use your login, your CWI login, because people may randomly use odd names, and I don't have that odd name, so then I can't give you points. This system, which will start in week 2, will have questions specific to Chapter 1, Chapter 3, and so forth. It's going to be a range of questions, and it's going to prompt you to answer questions every day, every 2 or 3 days, every 5 hours, something like that, so that it really is a way to refresh your memory of all of the information. And it's going to give you benchmarks, whether you score at a 1, a 2, a 3. By the end of the semester, you need to have reached 3 for all of the chapter assignments. All right, and at week 3, 6, 9, and 12, I will do a check of that, and each checkpoint will be worth 15 points. So 60 points, that's a lot of points for the semester. You don't want to get zeros for those. All right, we'll have some case studies, some quizzes. The quizzes are going to be open note. They are not open book. You will have 15 minutes to complete the quiz. Once you open the quiz, you must finish it. Now, I've talked about the exams. The exams are not at your leisure. They are going to be within the CWI Testing Center. You must schedule those 2 days in advance, and you need to make sure you get there. You also need to make sure that you receive the email confirmation that your scheduled time has gone through. All right, failure to take the exams will result in a 0. Again, you do not want a 0. The first 0, that would be dropped, but you don't want more than 1 0, and you really don't want to miss that opportunity to take the quiz and go through those quiz questions. The cumulative final exam, it's going to cover everything. That exam is not available to be dropped because of a low score. All right, you can read through everything else. Academic honesty, I expect you to be honest and have no cheating, absolutely at all.